Good morning and welcome to Open Your Eyes, Start Your Morning Right. I'm Sabrina Daly and you might be wondering, where am I? I'm definitely not in our home studio on Coney Drive. I'm actually on the Philip Gosen Highway here in Belize City at Transparent BPO's home compound to over 500 plus members here in Belize City. And they also have another location in Cayo and Belmopan where they lead up to 500 more, totaling over 1,400 persons being employed by this company. Now, throughout the course of the show, I'll be meeting several persons, agents and leaders that have been navigating this company for the past 15 years. And so I want you to stay with me because we'll take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll be learning more about what has been Transparent BPO's legacy for such a long time, some of the amenities that they have been boasting about as well, and really why you may just want to make Transparent BPO your next home and your next career of choice.
Hello and welcome to Transparent BPO, the largest and most exciting call center in Belize. In this virtual tour, you'll get to know our amazing facilities and see why Transparent BPO is the perfect place to build your career. We have two key locations in Belize City at 3.5 miles on Philip Gosen Highway and in Belmopan at 3025 Hummingbird Highway. Feeling hungry? We've got you covered with 3 spacious cafeterias, vending machines for quick snacks, and vendors serving delicious meals. Or grab a snack, pizza, or even ice cream at our very own public store. And when it's time to take a break, you can challenge your friends at ping pong, shoot some hoops, or just relax with your team. Our workspaces are designed for success with spacious call floors and personal lockers for every employee. Getting to work? It's easy. We offer transportation from Orange Walk to Belize City, across Belize City, and Belmopan. We believe in celebrating our people with special activities through our engagement teams and bonuses for top achievers. So what are you waiting for? Join the Transparent BPO family and let's build your career together.
Welcome back to Open Your Eyes. The business process outsourcing sector is booming in Belize, and it's one of the biggest contributors to Belize's economy. Here in Belize, BPOs provide employment to thousands of citizens across the country. Now, I'm joined by representatives of Transparent BPO, and I'm actually here at their Belize City location providing employment and a home to over 500 citizens as well, just stationed here at this location. They also have other persons working from home as well. I understand close to around 300 or approximately 300 people as well. But overall, they provide employment to over 1,400 to be exact. Now this morning, I'm joined by some representatives to talk to me about various topics surrounding Transparent BPO. Now I have here with me Victor Guerrero. He is the recruiting manager coming from Belmopan. We also have with us here Monica Grinnage. She's a recruiter based here in Belize City. And we also have here with us Jesmar Barahona. He is the sourcing specialist. Guys, thank you so much for having me here. Usually I'd say thank you for joining us, but really you guys are hosting me this morning. But it's such a pleasure to be here with you guys this morning. I have to say off the bat, when I walked in, I was immediately impressed. The facility is very modern. I see some amenities that I've honestly not seen in many other places here in this country. So that just for a first impression really tells me a lot. Let's talk about the evolution of Transparent BPO and the service and home that it provides to citizens through employment. Vic, let's begin with you.
Thank you, Sabrina. So I guess I can say no thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I love the welcome.
We actually started in December of 2009. Okay. So actually December here will make us 16 years that we've been open. Okay. And of course, you start off small and you gradually grow to where we are right now. The first from the story, obviously I wasn't here all that time ago, but it started off with a small team. The founder of the company started off with a small team in a small office, and of course we gradually grew from there. We had 2 sites here in Belize City. One site eventually opened up in Belmopan. And now we're at just the 2 locations because we were on Coney Drive, we were here and in Belmopan. Now we're centrally located here in Belize City at this site. Yeah. 2 buildings that house, like you mentioned earlier, the ones that are working here from the office. And then we also have the site in Belmopan as well. So there has been, over those 16 years, some tremendous growth.
That's amazing. So I corrected myself twice, and then it's actually 16 years. Right. I love that you gave the concept story of starting with such a small team and seeing how it has evolved, not only in location, but in the growth as well in terms of providing employment. Now we have 2 recruiting individuals here. We have yourself, a recruiting manager from Belmopan, and then we also have yourself, a recruiter here in Belize City. How would you say the interest in the BPO sector has evolved, especially when we look at transparent BPO, where we would have once seen a lot of these sectors or these BPO outsourcing sectors try to invite people? I think you guys have people knocking on your doors now asking for employment.
Right. Well, that process has definitely evolved over the years, where once there was this stigma, I would say, about working at a BPO.
I would love to have a stigma like this if you come here and you're getting all of this. Please put it on me.
But gradually that thought process has changed.
Yeah.
And again, it has to do with the environment that you provide.
For sure.
Where people come in and it's such a welcoming environment that people like working in that kind of environment. And let's face it, people talk. So you're gonna hear, hey, I am having such a good time working at Transparent BPO. You're gonna tell a friend, you're gonna tell a cousin, and those people are gonna come. So it naturally creates a network with just people talking.
Well, the reality is, I imagine the interests are a little bit different from different regions of the country. You are based in Belmopan, but Monica, we have you here in Belize City.
Right.
What's the talk like when it comes to recruiting for Belize City people? Are they interested in stopping at Transparent BPO just to see what people are saying?
The talk is out there. People are, our commercials, our advertisement, you know. I am personally in one of the advertisement whereby one of my coworkers is like stolen me with a box, and when we have individuals coming in here and miss, I'm here because of that commercial. You know, that
the visibility for sure is there.
Right, you know, and whenever they come here and they sit with me, and I will say, oh, thank you so much, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend.
Yeah.
You know, and it just continues like that.
So would you say then that that's one of the factors that contribute to people talking about what makes Transparent BPO such a great place to work at? What would you say?
Our referral program.
Yes.
Our referral program.
Well, we do have Jesmar in the house with us, and we did mention that he is a sourcing specialist. What does it mean to be a sourcing specialist? Because I also think what has also evolved is the titles, the different roles, and what's needed within a growing sector like BPOs.
Yes.
There's no longer just having that call agent or that sales agent. There's so many other jobs and responsibility. But as a sourcing specialist, you're a specialist in sourcing things. What do you source?
Talent.
Okay, that's right.
We source amazing talent across Belize, Belmopan, not necessarily in Belize City or Belmopan City, but overall the country. You know, we have people coming in from Orange Walk, people working from home, like you mentioned, all the way in Corozal, or all the way down south, to be honest. So we source a lot of people around the country, giving jobs to many people. And as a sourcing specialist, I'm very happy to bring these people to Transparent BPO because most people are interested in joining the family. And that's something that I always, when I reach out to people, either via phone call, message, or even over social media, I always tell them, are you interested in joining the family? Because we are a family here at Transparent.
But what type of skills or personality do you look for as a sourcing specialist? I imagine there are key things you're looking for in a person that would represent Transparent BPO.
So what mainly we look for is people who are able to express themselves, have great customer service, because you're talking to people over the phone or over email or chat. So that's something that we do look for in individuals who are very out there and outgoing, who can keep on conversation going.
Yeah. Now, I imagine, again, there are many candidates applying on the daily, aside from here in Belize City, in Belmopan as well. What are some of the roles and available jobs that people can look for here at Transparent BPO, aside from being a sales agent?
Well, I mean, you touched on it. It has become a really varied source of talent now at the company. You started off with your customer service, sales type of agent, but that has gradually grown now. We have data entry personnel. We have a segment where we do back office jobs where we're looking for receptionists for a particular client, or we're looking for people who can do appointment setting, different things like that. So it has definitely grown from your standard customer service sales agent type of thing to where we are now with various different roles. The last count that I believe we had, we were at like 14 or 15 different types of positions that you could actually apply for.
And I imagine they don't all involve being on a phone as well.
Some of them don't actually. Some of them are like what we call your back office sort of thing. So you're on the phone, but you're not on the phone with like clients over and over again, like what you would have with your sales or customer service roles. So it does cater to, let's say, for instance, somebody who has a bit more experience, but they're not quite the type that can handle those volume of calls over and over again. So we do cater to a lot of different type of people. So.
Well, Jesmar, I want to go back to you because as a sourcing specialist, I imagine some aspect of recruiting, even with your colleagues, are involved. What's your favorite part about that? What does that involve, recruiting? I mean, after you've sourced that talent, now you go deciding what area they best fit in. What's the best part of that?
For me as a recruiter, because I'm the one that they actually come to sit with, you know, and being able to provide, to give someone a job at the end of the entire process is what is fulfilling for me. We have individuals from all walk of life that comes in here at Transparent BPO, all education level, you know, and we never turn anyone away. Everyone gets a fair shot, a fair opportunity of joining the company. You know, and sitting with these individuals, asking them the questions, the requirements that we're looking for and all that good stuff. And, you know, we do our best, our utmost best to, you know, place someone somewhere. You know, there is a home here at Transparent BPO for everyone. That, you know, for sure. And that it's a great feeling, you know, to be able to provide jobs for, you know, for these people. It's Christmas. It's almost Christmas.
You know, Ms. Greenidge, you said something I think that was really important for us to highlight. You spoke about the fact that you have people employed here from various backgrounds with various educational levels. Excuse me. And I think gone are the days of the association of kind of like that out of school immediate experience for work. You go to a call center. There are people who have various degrees working at a company like this or working at companies like this. Can you speak to that? Because we did talk about some of the stigmas that are associated with working at a call center, but we cannot go without mentioning that there are people with master's degrees, I imagine, that work here and are quite happy to be here as well because they are able to utilize their skill sets that they developed, that they invested in their education as well. Vic, can you contribute to that?
Well, I mean, the thing is that you have people who, the old adage that everybody has a story is certainly true. I mean, everybody has a story. And I can remember people talking to me who are not really that familiar with recruiting, who say, I can't I can't imagine doing what you do because you do the same thing every day. In actuality, we don't.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Everybody has a story, and every conversation that you have is going to be a different one. And you touched on people who might have degrees and stuff who are with us, and it's because they love what they do.
Yeah.
It's not so much about the degree, but in terms of what they do, and they love doing it. I love what I do, but I love what I do because I love talking. I love talking to people, and like I mentioned, every single conversation is different.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're not going to be doing the same thing every day.
Yeah.
It's always going to be something different.
Yeah.
Where it's a certain story, it's a certain aspect to someone's life that you had never heard before.
Yeah.
And believe me, you hear the stories. You hear people are so forthcoming when they're talking to you. That it makes the conversation very easy.
Yeah.
Some people might find it a little bit difficult, but I think for us it comes naturally to just talk.
Yeah.
I think there's a special place for people who grew up in school and their teachers would put in the comment section, talks too much. You either work in
I
media
certainly was
or
one
you
of those.
work at a BPO company. I
Right.
completely understand that. But I opened as well that conversation with you, Jesmar, because we also highlighted the chain system, the chain-like system that happens here at Transparent BPO, where everything seems to be so connected. So while you might not necessarily be interviewing to recruit, you still go out sourcing because you're a specialist in finding these talents that may end up with Vic and Miss Monica to be recruited. Now, I consider that a form of recruiting as well.
Yes.
Yes, it
So
is.
how would you say you're connected to that, and what do you go looking for as well?
Okay, so what I go looking for, like I mentioned previously, is talent. And I'm looking for people who are willing to do the job and willing to put their best foot forward. I've done this in many various ways. Like Monica mentioned earlier about the referral program.
Yeah.
We do have an internal referral program whereby employees on day one of training, they can tell me, hey, I have this person who's very interested in working. Here's your number and your name. So I would call them, be like, hey, you're referred by Sabrina, by example. They come in for an interview, go by Monica or Mr. Victor, and they go through the interview process. And it's very nice to have that referral program because you can work with a friend, you can work with your family member, with a cousin, So, and there are benefits.
Well, as we wind down this conversation, I want to leave on a note of some real stories coming out of Transparent BPO. You guys provide employment just here in Belize City for over 500 persons. And I imagine there are some amazing stories, as Victor mentioned. What are some of those in-house stories that you can think of from the top of your head that's worth sharing? Some success stories of people who have made Transparent BPO, maybe they're home for 10 of that 16 years, or maybe even 16 or 15 of that 16 years.
Well, I know in one instance, definitely somebody who comes to mind is one of our directors right now, one of our operations directors. She's been with the company for almost that 16 years, about 15 years if I'm not mistaken. And it has been a growth for her, agent, TL, operations, and now she's an operations director. So
That's amazing.
There is
Definitely
a
room
way
for
for you to not just be an agent. You could make a career out of being at Transparent BPO. We were just talking this morning before we came on air where Monica had someone that she had hired recently, about 6 months ago, I believe, and that person is now a team lead. Team lead in BPO language is basically a supervisor.
Okay.
He supervises a group of agents. So that person actually made a progression in a pretty
In
short
6
space
months.
of time.
Yeah.
In 6 months, 7
That's
months,
impressive. Wow.
So-
Well, I'm glad that you said in BPO language because I think I'm going to be using that jargon throughout the course of our talk
Right.
this morning. I'm going to ask you to break that down for me in BPO language. But as we wrap up, I also want to ask about the application process and onboarding. What does that process look like when a person might be tuning in right now and say, you know what, I think I need to make Transparent my next home,
Right.
my permanent home. How does that process work?
That process is very easy and straightforward. Like Monica mentioned earlier, we have various ads on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. So people can actually just apply online. We also have our online website they can apply on as well. And we also have a WhatsApp number. We have 3 numbers out there for Belize and Belmopan, whereby they can just send a message and we'll call them right away. So it's easy to get applied.
And you could just walk right in.
Beautiful.
You could just walk right in, and we're right here to take care of you.
I'll tell you, you just walk in here, you don't want to leave. I mean, it's so nice.
Yes.
But,
and I'm glad I'm sorry to cut you
yeah.
across. I'm glad that you mentioned that, because whenever we have walk-ins and they come through that door, they were like, wow,
Yeah.
I feel so welcome already. And that is our goal. That is what we do. We want people to come here. It's not just to apply for a job, but to feel welcome, to feel at home, to be at ease.
Yeah.
You know, not it be so nerve-wracking for them to apply for, you know, for a job. We want them to be relaxed and put their best foot forward and present themselves to us the way they should.
All right. Well, this has been a beautiful start to this discussion. There's so many other things I want to know. Of course, I want to continue that conversation of what growth has looked like here at Transparent BPO. We've been teasing some of the amenities. I got to talk more about that because you've just seen the tip of it. And also, I want to highlight some more opportunities that exist here, some benefits available as well. And so we're going to take a quick break now, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going into phase 2 of that conversation right after this break.
You see, the thing with me is that I just like my freedom, and when it comes to things like that, I just don't like feel tied down.
You think I don't know, but like my granny said, every pot have their color.
Well, I could say, I just do the runs. But one thing I could tell you, you can't deny one good connection.
Why get tied down? With Smart Supercharged prepaid plans, you get all the postpaid perks you love, but with no contracts. Just pay up front for your talk, text, and data package and enjoy total freedom for up to 30 days and starting as low as $35. That's right, no commitments for less than $1.25 per day. Just simple, flexible plans that keep you connected your way. Because with Smart, you call the shots. Dial 7526 or star 100#. Use the Smart app or visit a Smart prepaid agent to supercharge your connectivity today. Smart, bringing people together.
The future is calling. Belize Bank. Your future, our commitment.
It's celebration time! Greater Belize Media is turning 34 years strong. That's 34 years of bringing you the news you trust, the shows you love, and the stories that bring us together. So you know what that means. It's time for...
Give me 5, give me 5, give me 5!
The countdown begins on December 1st, ending with a bang on December 5th. Tune in nightly at 7:30 for your chance to win amazing prizes. Fill out your coupons and return them for just 25 cents each. Now even easier with DigiWallet and eCash. So join the fun, feel the energy, and remember,
You do not say hello, you do not say you do not say hola, you do not say what it go on. It's only Gimme 5 that allows you to
Give me
win.
5, give me 5, give me 5!
This Christmas, get into the joy with Uno. Imagine winning a shiny motorcycle, a brand new TV, a brand new fan, or grocery coupons to make your holiday shopping easier. The surprises keep coming. All you have to do is visit Uno, and for every $25 on fuel, you'll get a coupon. Fill out and participate. Get 1 coupon for each quart of Uno lubricants or 2 for a gallon. Visit your nearest Uno gas station today. Fill your tank and drive into Christmas cheer with Uno. Uno gas stations.
Welcome back to Open Your Eyes. We are jumping into our next conversation with representatives from Transparent BPO. Now, I'm joined by Angie Wesby. She's the HR business partner. And we also have here with us Kelsey Smith. She's project coordinator. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me and for having me here with you as well. This next portion of the conversation, I want to continue along the lines of what the vision is for this company and also some of the growth that we've seen. Let's begin with celebrating year 16. As we heard from Victor, recruiting manager, he said that in December we are set to celebrate 16 years of Transparent BPO, and it has really evolved since year 1. You are now 2 of over 1,000 that work here or is given employment here. But in your area of work, providing project coordination and working in HR, I imagine you also have to interact with staff on a daily basis as well. Right. Let's talk about what those interactions look like on a day-to-day basis from your lens of what you do, and Kelsey, from your lens of what you do. Let's begin with you, Angie.
I think it's very important that we understand what our employees go through on a day-to-day basis. So we always do what we call pulse checks, whether it be walking the floor, saying hello to everyone, asking how their day is doing or is going. I think it starts from the small little actions. We have what we call the open door approach here in HR, and we believe that it applies company-wide, where any employee that has any concerns or feedback on how we can improve, they're more than welcome and come to us and talk, and we have that open relationship so that we are able to see what it is we can do to help them improve their day-to-day life and how we can improve as a company on a whole. So we try to foster that relationship with our employees and build that culture of trust where they could come to us with any concerns that they have, and even feedback on how we can improve. It's just an open communication that we have with them, and we have different means of communication where they can share their voices if they don't feel comfortable coming in person. We have what we call a suggestion box that is reviewed by a team, and we try to make those suggestions that they provide to us come to life, right?
Yeah.
So for example, if you look around our compound, we have our daycare, we have our lactation room, we have our cafeteria area. These are all suggestions that were given to us by our employees, and we made it happen. So we try to do our best to make what we can within our means possible for them. And I think that creates that open communication for our employees. And
I love that you highlighted some of those amenities, Angie, because I was speaking to Mo earlier, and I essentially told him, you know, for most business places across this country and even outside, that's not necessary. The amenities that you just provided, that you just listed, daycare, even a lactation room, which I want to go on record to say it should be provided across the board in the country, but a lot of places don't have it. Why do you guys take so seriously these suggestions from your staff members there? Providing a daycare, providing a lactation room, providing a grocery store beside your building. So when staff members leave, they have some place they can get their necessities before they go home.
Right. For us, I think our focus is our people, because at the end of the day, if they're not well, we're not going to perform. So we make sure our people, they're taken care of. We focus on, like what she mentioned, pulse check. We make sure that they're performing. How are they doing on a daily basis? Their personal life. We don't want to get into much, right? But at the end of the day, we also got to make sure that we take care of them and we eliminate those excuses. Like, hey, I don't have a babysitter. Let's provide a daycare. I don't have cash because our system is cashless. So we provide the grocery store. Those are the things that we do so that we can make sure that when you come to work, you do it at a peace of mind, right? And you make sure you perform at a better rate.
if you think about it, an average person spends most of their time at work.
Yeah.
If you're not comfortable at work, you won't be productive, you won't be able to execute your job to the best of your abilities. So us providing the basic necessities that they need to make their lives easier, we're more than happy to provide it for them. As Kelsey mentioned, if I'm low on funds this week, I don't have to worry. I can use my ID and scan for something at the cook shop or at the grocery store, and it's deducted from the following week. So we want to make it as convenient as possible for our employees because we want to ensure that the workplace is comfortable for them. We have employees that have the privilege of working from home. They're working from the comfort of their home, but the people on site, we also want to ensure that they're being taken care of, and we offer all the amenities that we think, and we're open to hearing more of their suggestions, and I think we have a long list that we're working through right now, so 2026 will be a year where we could bring some of those suggestions to life.
Yeah, well, speaking of 2026 and perhaps even 5 more years from now, I imagine there's a lot on the agenda that Transparent BPO still wants to see come to fruition. What does that 5-year vision look like for you guys?
I think for our 2026 vision, we're working really, really hard. I think Angie can talk a little bit more about what we want to do for 2026. We don't want to touch into the details because we're still trying to wrap up some stuff, but for us is growing where we can go, seeing how we can expand perhaps to different places. We don't want to touch, again, no more details, but our vision is our people, how we can take care of our people, how we can make sure that they are doing okay, because at the end of the day, if they're not, then why are we here? I can put myself in there because my son is actually using the daycare and coming every day, using the transportation, because we also provide transportation.
Tell me a bit more about that, the transportation system and how it provides convenience to staff members in coming to work on a daily basis and getting back home.
So we actually had a long process when it came to transportation. I think it was one of our most challenging thing that we had to do. So we did surveys. We asked our employees what are the best routes for us to make sure we come up with a transportation that best suit everybody, because at the end of the day we can't suit everyone at Transparent BPO. We got to make sure we have or we can accommodate everyone. For example, for me, I'm from the north side. I live in Orange Walk, so I commute every day 5 o'clock in the morning, but the bus makes it so much easier for me to hop on, get to work, drop off my kid here at the daycare, and then just don't worry about if I have money or not, because at the end of the day, the bus is there for me.
I think it makes it easier. We have buses that commute from the north to our Belize City location and from west to our Belmopan location, and we also have local routes that go and drop off our employees at nearby villages if they work later shifts, and I think it gives them a sense of comfort. I mean, we're a company that works 24/7. Sometimes some campaigns end really late, and we're providing that transportation, so that it provides safety for them to ensure that they're getting home as well. So that was very important for us. As for 2025 and the near 5 years from now, 2026 and 5 years from now, I think that we really just want to provide opportunities for our local Belizeans. We have a lot of good talent here in Belize, and our focus is to build on that talent, provide our people with transferable skills so that they could go in higher roles. It's not just being an agent and taking calls. You could also step into your role as operational, HR, recruiting, whatever it is. We want to ensure that we're building our team, giving our local Belizeans the opportunity to step into those higher roles and gain those skills. For me, I'm leading a project this year, and hopefully we could execute it in 2026, where we believe we'll be able to provide our Belizean people more opportunities and at a convenience, right? I have an amazing team behind me that is helping me. I'm spearheading it, but I cannot do it alone, so I have a group of people that are supporting me, and really exciting things to come in 2026. And 5 years from now, I do hope that we see more of our Belizean people stepping into those roles and taking charge in the BPO industry, because it does provide a lot of opportunities for our people.
Well, I'll definitely be diving a little bit more into that after this next break. You spoke of needing that support because you can't do it all. And so I imagine there's a workflow involved, and it requires all hands on deck. And so don't go anywhere, because we're going to take another quick break. But when we come back, we're going to be looking more at workflow, efficiency, speaking to that 5-year vision that Transparent BPO has involved, and of course the leadership behind it. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Belize is on the move. The Coastal Road is now powered by Digi's ever-expanding 4G LTE Advanced Network. Now you can stream that music, track that storm, or stop to send that file. Digi 4G LTE has got you covered. Digi, leading Belize's digital transformation.
It's celebration time! Greater Belize Media is turning 34 years strong. That's 34 years of bringing you the news you trust, the shows you love, and the stories that bring us together. So you know what that means. It's time for...
Give me five, give me five, give me five!
The countdown begins on December 1st, ending with a bang on December 5th. Tune in nightly at 7:30 for your chance to win amazing prizes. Fill out your coupons and return them for just 25 cents each. Now even easier with DigiWallet and eCash. So join the fun, feel the energy, and remember,
you do not say hello, you do not say you do not say hola, you do not say where to go on. It's only Gimme 5 that allows you to
Give me five, give me five, give me five!
The future is calling. Belize Bank. Your future, our commitment.
Welcome back. We are jumping into our next conversation, and we have some agents and team leads with us. Joining us is Monique August. She's a team lead. And in the middle is Lindsay Young. He's a junior agent. And to my immediate left, we also have Arden Stevenson, also a junior agent. Guys, thank you so much for joining me this morning. Throughout the course of this discussion, we've been speaking mainly to leadership, what it has looked like steering the transparent BPO company for the past 15 years and leading it to the next level for the next 5 years. But I think we cannot go without speaking to the people working every day in these various areas that they've been talking about, the people on the ground, right? And so I love that we have quite a diverse set here. We have team lead, we have junior agents. Lindsay, I learned that you work from home, but you took some time to come and speak to me this morning and speak to you guys by extension. Then we also have Arden Stevenson, who's been working here for over 5 years as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to share what your individual experiences has been like first off, because that's where I want to start. I want to start on why you chose Transparent BPO to be your home of work. Let's begin with Monica as team lead. I imagine you have the most experience on the set with us right now. You are, as team lead, I understand in BPO language, that's like a supervisor, right?
Correct.
Let's talk about why you chose to work here and what the experience has been like leading you to being a team leader.
Hi, okay, so my name is Monique August, and I've been with TPBO for the past 5 years, right? And I came here as not knowing anything about a call center. So when I came here, I felt welcome. Why? Because I became comfortable in becoming a customer service agent. And I love the learning process, how they build, how they expand our minds in learning more. So becoming a customer service, moving on into a TL, helped me learn that I can grow, build, move up into other positions. And I'm very excited in being a part of that. As well as agents, like I said, I was a customer service, so I know the process. I worked from home before. I've also been in Belmopan location and back here in Belize City. So I'm very rounded when it comes to being a part of Transparent, and I'm happy of being part of Transparent as well.
All right, I want to skip you really quickly, Lindsay, and go to Arden because you've been here for over 5 years. So in fact, you're the one on the couch right now with more years under your belt. But what made you choose Transparent BPO?
Well, for me, at the time, I was working at another call center, and I was just looking for something temporary, let's say for like 2 months, and Transparent was right across from that call center. And I've heard about Transparent back then, and I said it sounds a bit more stable from where I was at the time. So I said, let me just try it. I'll stay there for 2 months and then I'll move on to something else for the time. And I came, and it was a different experience at Transparent. And by the time time flied, I didn't know it was
5 years
yeah,
now.
I didn't know it was so long.
Yeah.
So what kept me here for this long is the environment for sure. It's a safe space. It's a home-like work environment, so it doesn't feel all that high, sophisticated type of environment. So it was very different from the previous call center that I was at.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get back to you because you spoke of having experience working at other call center companies as well. So I think that adds quite a unique perspective to people who might be questioning, you know, if it's the same thing that I'm going to be walking into. Perhaps they had a bad experience. A lot of people go with that stigma that they would have had from their previous place of employment. But Lindsay, you work from home, so you get to work in your PJs and you don't have to worry about too much people bothering you. Why did you choose Transparent BPO?
Well, to be honest, it was the height of COVID.
Okay.
You know, we didn't have anything going on.
So you're definitely in your PJs like the rest of us then.
And I did went to one of my aunts. She was working at Transparent before me.
Yeah.
So she said, you should start at Transparent because they are stable. And this is actually my first call center ever. I've never experienced any other. So I gave it a shot. I actually needed a job, so I gave it a shot, and I did not have any experience, but me and Monique, we started together, and yeah, it was great. I found out the company was pretty okay, and I went from there.
Both of you said the same word to describe Transparent BPO. You mentioned stability. And I think that's so important for anyone choosing to work somewhere. You want to trust that the place of employment will be there 5 years from now, and you won't have to go job hunting if it crashes. And I think there's also a sense of stigma with the business outsourcing, business process outsourcing sector, because there's this fear that maybe the program I'm working with might shut down and I have to go and find work somewhere else. What would you say to individuals who carry that sense of concern when choosing to work at a BPO, especially Transparent BPO, where it's growing, but there's still a concern that you might at some point have to pivot?
Well, I would encourage them that because you know some other call centers, they don't pay on time. So that would be the first thing that I would say. We pay on time. We have never been late. And I will also say that the companies are great. The environment is also it's positive. It's, you know, it's not negative. We have our HR or our communication teams. They will help you, you know. So I will encourage them about that.
I want to throw that same question to Arden, speaking to stability, because you came from another call center. And as I mentioned, that's a growing experience that a lot of people have where their program or their campaign might shut down, and so they have to find somewhere else to go. What do you say to persons looking for stability and what you found here at TBPO?
I would say Transparent is stability, because for me, over 8 years being here, I have been on campaigns that have been closed down, but if you put in the effort and show Transparent that you're valuable to them as well, they'll have your back. They'll find a campaign for you. I've been on 5 different campaigns that has closed down, and Transparent had found another campaign for me. So that's not something that they should worry about. Like, I know in the back of your mind you would worry if it would close down, but if it does occur, Transparent will find another home for you.
Yeah. Well, speaking of home, we also spoke about some of the amenities that make Transparent definitely feel home-like. We spoke about transportation, and I was asking you guys before I found out that you work from home, Lindsay, how do you get to work? What are you using in terms of the amenities here? Because there's a lot to offer. We spoke to Kelsey and Angie, and she said there's a transportation system which is free, I also learned, but you're not able to use it because of where you are from. In your case, Monique, do you use the transportation system here?
Unfortunately, I don't, but our transportation system is free, yes, and it goes up until the latest shift of 11 p.m. So I do work a night shift, and we always make sure that they are signed up to catch that bus so that they can take them directly home, so they can feel safe. The word safe, we want them to leave from here being safe, that they're knowing that they're going to reach home on time, so they don't, nothing happened to them out there. So I'm very, very happy that Transparent offered that to the employees.
Now that's only one of the amenities that is provided here. I want to highlight some of the other ones. We also spoke about daycare. Ms. Stevenson, you have been utilizing the daycare system here, and I asked her, how much does it cost? She said, girl, it's free. What? Tell me about how this has benefited you as a mother.
Well, for me, babysitting fee has taken a toll in my life, speaking personally, and for them to take the initiative and actually go that extra mile and have us to have that great benefit of getting that daycare for free, it has been amazing, and it helps me a lot throughout my day-to-day life as well, having to use the daycare.
Yeah, you spoke about how expensive it is to, try to afford daycare services. And for a lot of families, aside from the affordability aspect, you want to know that whoever you're giving your children to, you can trust. I imagine there's some anxiety when you leave your babies behind. You want to ensure that they're safe. But you can just, I imagine, take a visit during lunchtime, make sure Sonny or whoever is behaving and not get no trouble, and you can check on your babies. That's so beautiful to know that is available to persons here. What are some of the other amenities that are available here, Monique?
Well, wow. So we have so many. I mean, as you can see, we have a whole cafeteria here. We have 2 different options of choosing from different, well, not 2, but 3, because we do have the other publics also available. What is also awesome that Transparent gives them the option to, scan your card and order your food instead of paying with cash. You can't pay with cash, right? Because we all know everybody goes based on a budget, right? And they offer that part to them as well. We have so many things. I can say that throughout the year, different events comes up, activities, sports. We want to make Transparent be family oriented. So we have couches, we have game rooms, we have, I can say so many, and Transparent do have it for us.
I want to go back to the conversation, Arden and Lindsay, that we spoke of, where stability is concerned. I think that's one of the core things that any person looking for a job, they would consider. But what are other things that you would say is important to a person when they go job hunting that you were able to find here at Transparent BPO?
I would say, apart from stability, that you're able to, let's say you choose Transparent BPO as your workplace, it helps you grow as a person, not only provide you with stability, but you're able to grow. Like for me, from where I start off to where I'm now, I've grown a lot, and it helps you build yourself as a person, for one. If this is not something that you'd say, if you're just looking for a job to say financial wise to support bills, that's good as well, but it also helps you grow as a person. when you choose transparent BPO as well as the job for you.
So for you, the ability to develop yourself while working here was important. I want to throw this out here and just be real. I know a lot of people, they want to know that wherever they work, it's going to pay at least good enough. Was that something that you guys also considered? Lindsay?
Yeah. So where I started, I used to do another job. That wasn't making any type of money, you know. So when I came here, it was a significant leap to what I was getting, and it was great. And over the years, they do add an amount on top of that. So it was great.
All right. So payment for your service, you know, the time that you're putting in, your wages, they're competitive when it comes to comparing it to other places. I imagine that's also important as well. Now, we spoke about Publix, and you said that there's this cashless system there. I've been hearing tidbits about what it's like. I've shopped at Publix right beside you guys, and I didn't quite understand what the system was like. I used it for the convenience because it's right on the highway, but this store was placed there specifically to serve you guys working at Transparent BPO, to provide more convenience to you guys, to provide even a sense of affordability when it comes to stretching your dollar. I believe I spoke to someone that said, you know, in some cases where your budget might have not exactly fit that week, you can go into next week's budget using the cashless system there at Publix. How has it benefited all of you since it has been established there?
Well, it has benefited me a lot, especially when it's that tight time. So you can just scan your card, and then the following week it will be billed on your pay. So that has been, I think that benefits everyone here.
Yeah. Lindsay, how about you?
Well, it helps me to buy the Pampers.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't work you don't work here.
Well, I did have a time that I had to come to office.
Okay.
Yes, so sometimes once I don't have that budget, I was like, I can just use my card to
I love that.
and
I love
it'll
that.
take it out the next pay. So,
Yeah. All right, see, that duties. And you, Monique?
Oh, wow. Me being at site almost every day, of course, I want to feel that at the end of the day, it's budgeting, right?
Yes.
You want to make sure that you have that extra cash, but you can still use your card to hold on to what you need to hold on to for future. Because we always say, oh, let me try hold on to that cash and use the card for this week. So I'm very comfortable in using it in that type of way. Yes, I know every single agent are very, very happy with that program and excited when it comes to that part. But at the end of the day, it helps.
Yeah.
It helps us a lot.
There really seems to be a culture of togetherness here and really pouring into the people at this company. We've been talking about that. That has been one of the recurring themes throughout each of the discussions that I've had so far. But I want to ask if you have any individual memories that you could think of that really solidified the idea that, you know, I'm not just here to clock in. These people really care about me. They care about my wellness. They care about how I feel about coming here to this work. Do you have any memories that you can think of that involved you in it, Arden?
Well, for me, I recently had a second son that's going to the daycare, and he was like 8 months. And at the time, I was looking for a sitter, and me and my partner, we were looking around in Belize City, and we came across this daycare named Kidstopia. And we took a tour at the daycare and we fell in love with it. It's just that me coming from the village to work, it was a bit hectic to get him there and then come back down here at Transparent BPO. So I told him, let's hold off on it. And BPO have this suggestion box, and me, like to complain, I went and I said, you know what? Why don't we do this? And it was already in the makings, but it didn't happen as yet. Like the idea was already, it was already coming together, but not coming there yet, or not like. So I put a suggestion in there, and I was like, let them know what's happening. You know, I need this daycare, whatever. And it was like a couple months after that, they had reached out and said, they're looking into getting a daycare, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. They heard me. So not only did I felt heard in my concern, they actually like reviewed what your concerns are and actually take steps towards, you know, fulfilling or resolving what the issue is that you're having.
Yeah.
Being an agent here and going through this time, trying to find someone to sit my baby. So a while back, I saw the poster, Kidstopia, right across. I was like,
girl,
I took
you
a picture.
manifested that.
I took a picture and I sent it to my partner and I said, look at this. And he's like, oh man, really? I said, yes. I wouldn't believe it would be the same daycare.
Well, it doesn't have to be related to that special box, but do you have any special memory that you would like to share based on what your experience has been here like so far?
Well, my best memories will always be with the basketball team.
Okay. I heard
Yeah.
you're a basketball player as well.
Yes, I am. So I always look forward to go playing with my team. You know, it's so exciting when you're playing and you see the staff, because we have our HR and all the back office guys come and support you.
Mhm.
Even Mr. Mo, he is invested in it. So seeing him having our backs with the basketball team, it's, you know, it excites me, you
Yeah.
know. It's to see that we have the support. So that will always be my memory,
Yeah.
basketball.
And Monique, finally, your best memory here so far.
Wow, my best memories, I can see as a team lead, I give back to my agents. To my agents, right? Because they put in the work. I only motivate them as much as possible to make them meet their goals, right? And seeing them smiling and happy, that's what makes me happy, because I know that I take all my coaching, all my effort in building them and having them reach where they should be. So that makes me happy.
All right. Well, these are some beautiful stories that was shared, moments, and just that moment there. There's definitely real lives and real experiences here in this company, and we can see that that is being considered. They want to hear you, they want to see you, and I'm hoping that you guys are touched by some of them too. When you told me the daycare story, I got goosebumps. But we do got to take another quick break, and when we come back, we have more discussions around the growth, the leadership, and the real life daily experiences here at Transparent BPO. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Easy. Accessible. Safe. Yours. Digi Wallet. Easy, accessible, safe, yours.
Enhanced service and faster sickness benefit claim processing are at your fingertips with SSB's healthcare feature, accessible via the My Social Security self-service portal. Your convenience during illness is key. Now your doctor can certify your period of illness, and your employer can confirm your employment details digitally, eliminating the need to visit our office. But wait, it gets better. You can also review the medical certificate provided by your doctor in your My Social Security account, along with real-time processing updates, keeping you informed. To ensure a smooth process, always review your electronic medical certificate before you hit submit. Upon submission, your employer is notified via email of your claim submitted to SSB and must respond within 48 hours for your claim to be automatically processed. For more information, check out our guides on our website and YouTube pages. Social Security at your fingertips.
My name is Leomar Langzert, and I'm a teacher, and I bank with Belize Bank Independence Branch. What I enjoy is the safety features that the app offers. I have a sense of not having to worry or be concerned about somebody finding my password and username to sign in the application because of the use of the one-time password. And another feature that I love, that I use the most, is how the app synchronizes with my fingerprint on my device. I enjoy the rapid and easy, seamless process to apply for loans through the Belize Bank, and I don't have to be having too much back and forth to visit or take time to visit the bank. They also start to offer the online applications through the app for loan applications, which I believe is very neat. I would definitely recommend Belize Bank to other teachers because one of all the features and advantages that the app offer. With these online that Belize Bank offered is basically everything that you can do in the palm of your hand. So I would definitely recommend the bank to other teachers.
Welcome back to Open Your Eyes. We're moving things along, and now I'm joined by some operations manager. I have here with me Michelle Lopez. She's a senior operations manager, and I'm also joined by Teoni Talbert. She's an associate operations manager. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me this morning, because I want to take the conversation along the lines of the type of work that comes out of your respective roles as operations managers. What does that involve in the aspect of what's being done here at Transparent BPO?
Thank you. First of all, thank you for having us. I would say as an operations manager, what we do is mainly develop and make sure that we're performing as the expectations arise based on our clients and so forth. But with that, also as an operations manager, you need to interact with your agents, your team leaders, to help them. You are, like, I would say you are the octopus, because you are the one that works with HR, works with the client, works with the agents, works with the team leads. So basically, you're the main component of developing and exceeding your goals overall.
How about you, Teoni?
I think for me, it's performance managing, of course, making sure, like Michelle said, we're meeting the expectations of our clients, and also making sure that we're creating a beautiful environment for our agents to work in, for our leaders to work in. We converse with our leaders so that we can provide them with the best support for them to provide support to their agents. So alongside all of that, of course, is to make sure that our clients are happy, not just with the expectations, but the relationship that we're building with them.
So I'm glad that you guys opened up by sharing a bit about what you do individually, because one of the conversations that we had that came from my immediate curiosity was how you wound up in this role. Michelle, you have on a 10 years pin on you. You've been here for 10 years. Now, Teoni, you've been here for much less time. But one of the things I found really interesting about your individual journeys to this point was the fact that you pointed out coming or winding up in this role as an operations manager or even a manager, bumping up, climbing the ladder, has a lot to do with your own personal interest. In some cases, you would have joined after individuals who would have been in positions higher than you, but still you climbed up past them. Speak about that upward mobility that Transparent BPO offers, and the fact that it gives a fair chance to everyone to get that opportunity to climb the ladder, and how really it's based on your interest in moving up. Teoni, I want to talk about your experience in particular, because you spoke about joining the team as a junior agent, and then in other cases even passing team leads to now being an operations manager.
So in my experience, and I think it happens for a lot of people here, we start working as agents, we're taking calls and so forth. There are some of us who ironically starting to work at a call center and not necessarily like taking calls, like interacting with customers. So we push to go higher, to become better, to excel. And there are certain points where you meet maybe a leader, a supervisor, who sees bigger potential in you, someone who would push you to grow, push you to develop even further. And in my case, as a team leader, our current VP, he saw some potential in me, and he started pushing me, which eventually got me to where I am, amongst, of course, my developmental classes that I took with Michelle and some other senior operations manager. So I had that drive to want to become more, and as opposed to some people that they get in the position that they're currently in and they feel comfortable enough to stay there.
Yeah.
I wanted to grow, I wanted to become more, and I started pushing myself, and of course receiving the push from my peers.
You said developmental classes. Now I learned that there's almost like a little university going on here as well. Transparent BPO classes for persons who really want to take it up a next level. Talk about some of those classes.
Okay, so first we go through the Transparent BPO University, which is the initial part of getting to know what to do in certain situations. However, when we did that part, we realized that at the end of the day, we were not developing our team leaders moving into higher positions. Because as the higher the position, it's not just about money. It's about a lot of more expectations that you need to meet. So when we saw that gap there, that's when our VP, he insisted on starting to develop our leaders. With that, he initially started the classes, and I caught him one time. And that's when he said, why do you want to join? Of course, again, what Theoni said, you really need to want it to be able to achieve it and accomplish that goal there in becoming some in different levels, different positions. So in those sessions, what we do is we work on those areas that we found challenging with the current leadership. So it can be as much as making that conversation, that have that difficult conversation with someone to develop them in understanding the financials, to get to understand taking the ownership when it comes to positions. Because as leaders, the higher you go, you can't expect to go back and say, hey, can you make this decision for me? No, we need to start making the taking the ownership when it comes to those decisions. So those are the little things that we are utilizing to develop our agents, team leads, and AONs. We don't want you to stop, and the reason why, because we're growing as a company, and not just in Belize but in other countries, and it's amazing to need to book the flight for one of our members to go to Brazil, to go to Colombia, to go to Jamaica, Philippines. So seeing them grow, that is our main goal. And with that, the company is growing too.
Yeah, and you've been here for a very long time.
Yes.
I love that you spoke about the growth of the company, but the growth of the people as well. In just about a month or so, you will be celebrating 16 years of existence here in Belize. And of that 16, you have more than half. Yes. Talk about what it means for you to be here this long and to have been growing with this company for so long.
One of the things I would say that has kept me this entire 10 years, I would say meeting new people and me wanting to develop myself, and the willingness of my peers that taught me a lot of things. A combination of that is what has kept me here. Like any other job, there are difficult situations. There's no perfect job. But the way I could go to the HR department, the way I could go to my VP, I could go to my president, and there's always that open door policy. And it's not just, oh, there's an open door policy.
It's not just the same.
No, I can go ahead and communicate. I know my porters, I know my security men, I know my AOMs. So it's creating that culture there that's kept me here, because that's how I've been here. So, having that there is really amazing. So that has kept me here. That's apart from the money, of course.
Yeah. Well, that is also important.
Yeah.
But You know, with a growing population and still offering recruitment at this time for more persons to join the team, I imagine it's important for you guys to stay connected with each other as managers in operations. How do you guys do that, ensuring that there's enough support for individual managers or operations managers when you're navigating a population so big as this one here just for this location, 500 plus people?
We tend to travel a lot and we communicate with each other. One of the things that our VP does, every now and then he does gatherings either at his house or do minor, like minimum trips, dinners, to get to know each other. And communicate with each other, because there are a lot of things that I may not know until you know. And during those conversations there, it's like, oh yeah, and it's not, oh, we're at work. No, we're just enjoying the time. But every now and then something pops in, like, you know, I'm having trouble with this. So, and then she was, oh, but I've dealt with that situation before, and this is how I've dealt it before.
Okay.
Maybe it can work for you. And we would try it, and it works, and so forth. We also have what we call the standard operation procedures, which is something that not, let's say the management or HR creates, but it's a group of every section or every department that comes together and actually creates these procedures or documents that is readily accessible in what we call our Bamboo portal or my portal.
Yeah. Now, I want to speak about a bit more about your individual roles and how it ties into the bigger picture. We've also highlighted some of the chains or the chain of command that's involved here. I've spoken with agents, I've spoken with team leads, now I'm speaking to operations manager, associate and senior. I've even spoken to HR individuals. How does that connection work, and where do you guys tie into this entire system that is flowing here at Transparent BPO?
My senior operations manager, we have great communication. And one of the biggest things is Transparent has the culture of doing one-on-one sessions. So this is something that we do on a weekly basis. And it's the same thing going up the chain of command. The team leaders have it with the agent, the associates operations manager have it with their team leads, and the senior operations manager has it with their associates operations manager. So for example, yesterday, my senior operations manager and I, we had a conversation for maybe about almost 2 hours about what our plan is going to be for next year, how we're going to be successful for next year, what's our plan when it comes to working with our agents, working with our leaders. So we do this on a weekly basis to ensure that it's being run properly. And it helps us a lot because generally throughout the week, between all the calls and dealing with the agents or leads, being on the call floor, it gets a bit busy. So having that one time throughout the week where we have that time scheduled to sit and speak freely about what are the things that we can change, what are the things that we can work on, what are things we can implement, it helps a lot when it comes to communication across the board and the success of our business.
Yeah. How about yourself? Talk about the efficiency that this type of chain and system provides, especially with yourself as senior operations manager.
So what it does is, again, one of the main components, it's the coaching, having sessions with our operations manager or associate operations manager, that full communication and transparency on what's going on. The reason why, because every time we do coachings, it's not just about doing the coaching, but how effective it is for the process, because I can easily tell you need to work on, let's say, a KPI, which is average handle time. But if I'm not telling you how or what specific area within that KPI, you won't succeed, I won't succeed. So we need to do a lot of research, background, auditing, to proceed with that, having that communication with whoever I work with. We're not talking about the positions.
Yeah.
We don't put the positions there. One of the common things that when we have new people, they would come and say, hey boss, how are you? And we were like, no, I'm not the boss. I'm your coworker. I'm here to help you out. I'm here like you. We're an employee. So I think having that communication, that connection with that, the same way we build reports, our agents build reports with our guests or with our customers, we need to do. So I think that communication overall and development is very important, a vital ingredient for our success as senior operations managers.
We've been talking about amenities, we've been talking about some of the benefits and even some of the tools that have been provided to employees here at Transparent BPO. One of the things I never actually got to ask was in terms of some of the other benefits, like if anyone would apply to work somewhere, they want to know, do I have insurance? Do I have these additional things that I can look forward to when I come here? Talk about some of those benefits that people get when they come here for their health, for their future as well. A lot of people want to know that when they leave a workplace after giving 10 plus years, there's something that they can look forward to in the end after they leave or if they retire early.
That's a great question there. So we do have an insurance, and this has been since I actually came in. So after a year, when you do 1.5 years, they pay 25% of your insurance. 3 years, you're 50% and so forth. Eventually, when you reach your 5th year, Transparent pays in full. You don't have to pay anything.
You don't pay anything? Wow.
No, the difference of becoming a leadership now, the minute you automatically become a part of the leadership team, you automatically qualify for the insurance.
Wow.
So we've had situations whereby we have new hires that within the 6 months they become leaders. They don't have to wait the 5 years.
Wow.
Again, it comes with what you want and whatnot, because we do have agents that have been here for 10 years. They don't want the leadership role. They just want to be here as agent. And as agent, they make a lot of money. So yeah,
it works.
It works out for them.
It's really what you are looking for as well in terms of your career too, because not everyone wants to work as an operations manager. Some people, as Tioni mentioned, like the rush of calling and interacting with people in customer service. There's a place for everyone. As we wind down this conversation, ladies, I want to get your final thoughts on your individual roles and the fulfillment that you have contributing here at Transparent BPO. Tioni?
So there's this situation that occurred, I'll put it that way, where our VP, like I said, he pushed me a lot to develop into something, a lot bigger. And there was an instance where we had a specific performance metric that we had to reach. And for some reason, we were unable to reach it. And he gave me the opportunity to work with the agents to improve this performance metric. And I started working with them. I started talking with them because one of the biggest things for me was I had a supervisor that came and spoke to me. She asked questions. She asked me how things are going. Why is it that I'm not meeting a specific metric? And I started doing the same thing. I followed what she taught me. I started doing the same thing, and that completely turned around the metric. And from there, I started to try and find different ways where not only I'm developing, but I can find a way to develop them. I know that they have the potential in the same way that they saw potential in me. I see potential in them to keep pushing them to become something a lot higher as well. I always tell them, even if it's not to be on the same program that we're currently on, it can also be on any other program that's out there, because Transparent BPO gives you the opportunity to apply outside of where you are. For example, for the program that Michelle is running, if she's looking for maybe an operations manager there, then I might have someone that would be a good fit for an operations manager in Michelle's program. So they can apply there, and it wouldn't be a problem, because all that'll happen is they'll teach that person and continue to develop that person as they move along.
Yeah. Last words?
I would say developing, that has been my biggest one. The reason why, because as mentioned from the very start, it was only one building with a couple hundreds, but only around 10 from Orange Rock. So learning a lot from my coworkers, from my operations managers, from my directors and VP, that's one of the things that I've always challenged myself into, not keeping that knowledge to myself, but keep on sharing it, because that was one of the main reasons as to, in many occasions, we were not meeting what we're supposed to be meeting, our expectations, our goals. So having an understanding and transparency and sharing that with whoever I work with or directly report to me, that has been one of the things. So definitely, I believe that's the one thing that I will always cherish being at Transparent BPO, apart from my coworkers.
Yes. Oh, beautiful. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me and sharing a bit more about what takes place on the operations management side of what happens here at Transparent BPO. We take another quick break, and when we come back, we continue more of our conversation. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
No Wi-Fi.
Here's a little. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry.
Yo, bro, need your help.
Happy.
Excuse me, class.
In every life we
Bro, I
have
have smart
some
pepper, it's what
trouble. But when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy.
Wherever the coastal road takes you, don't worry, be happy. Smart has you covered. Smart, bringing people together.
We at Full Tech Systems understand that technology isn't just a tool, it's a game changer. At home, smart devices and AI are revolutionizing daily life. In education, tech is making learning more interactive and accessible for students and educators alike. For businesses and government, it's driving innovation, streamlining operations, and unlocking growth, leveraging tech for better services, infrastructure, and security. At Full Tech Systems, we help you thrive with cutting-edge solutions, partnering with leaders like Dell, HP, Microsoft, APC, Fortinet, Cisco, and Tomy. We deliver the right products for your needs, whether it's boosting efficiency, improving customer engagement, or scaling operations. Connect with us and let's drive innovation together. Full Tech Systems, your technology center, where you come for the price, but stay for the service.
Driving around, particularly during this holiday season, can be quite an experience. Families are out shopping and the streets are buzzing with excitement. It reminds me that this season is all about connections, and it starts with how we treat each other, even on the road. When I'm behind the wheel, I always remind myself that being on the road is more than just following the rules. It's about looking out for each other and making sure we all get home safely to our families. This season, let's continue to be alert and be kind on the road. Be courteous, give way, and stay safe. A message from BEL.
Welcome back. We are moving things along, and this next portion of our conversation is all about some of the behind the scenes things that are taking place here at Transparent BPO. We have here with us Elias Koho. He is the HR site manager, and I think one of the more cooler jobs here on site is that of Chastity Palacio. She is the engagement / activities and giveaways I guess representative officer. Chastity, your job sounds so cool just by the name. I have to say that. So I'm definitely going to be asking you more about that. But thank you both for joining me here on set. As we dive into this next portion of the conversation, I want to take this conversation or this direction of the conversation along the lines of HR, and what people would be looking for when they come here at Transparent BPO, or when they even choose a BPO to work for. What we were talking about was that there are, I think, different criterias that generally people want to meet when they're trying to apply to work somewhere. I asked about insurance. They said, look, insurance is available here. We also know that the price is competitive. But if you would compare Transparent BPO to other call centers in the entire country, not only here in Belize City, what would you say makes the BPO stand out?
I think for Transparent BPO, what makes us stand out is the culture that we foster here. When employees come to Transparent BPO and for some reason or the other they leave and they come back, they speak about culture, the family environment, what we offer to them other than a job. It goes beyond a job that we offer here. We offer counseling, for example. There's a
counseling?
Yes, counseling that is free to the employees. There's so much that we offer that to show that we care for our employees, and so we go beyond just a paycheck, and that is what employees appreciate.
I mean, you really just struck me at counseling. What would be the reason that people would go about getting counseling? Is it just if you feel you want to connect with a mental health therapist?
So we have hired 2 of the best counselors in Belize. We pay them, the company pays for the service, and it's free of cost to the employees. And what we have seen, family issues, addiction, different cases that would come to the counselor. And so, like I said, we pay very good money for them to give the support to our employees.
You guys have thought of every single thing. I'm still trying to figure out something else that, I mean, I didn't even think of mental health services. That was just a bonus. That's excellent.
Yeah, our employees' mental health is important to us.
Yes. Now, we also have here with us Chastity Palacio, and I kind of said, you know, her job just sounds completely amazing. You get to engage with everyone here and find new fun ways to keep people enjoying their job. Talk about the uniqueness of what you do and how it ties into the culture that Elias just spoke of.
Well, my role is to create a positive work environment for employees. I plan activities, coordinate events. I feel like the biggest part of my role is communication. I have to be the one the agents feel comfortable talking to, coming to with their suggestions, and I have to, you know, push them to participate.
So are you the suggestion box lady?
Sometimes.
And we've been talking about this suggestion box all throughout the morning that apparently is very effective. Does that go to your office?
Our VP handles it. Some of the suggestions, he does bring it to me, and we try our best to work together and see how we can make it better for our agents. If they suggest an event, we try to coordinate it, plan it for them, and, you know, get everybody involved and excited for what we have coming up.
Now, when I think of engagement at a workplace, I think of, you know, whenever there's a little birthday, we grab a little cupcake, everyone gets a cupcake, and we sing happy birthday. But how does Transparent BPO provide engagement to staff members? How does Transparent BPO bring activities to staff members? And apparently even giveaways is a part of your job description as well. You're supposed to make sure that people get free things too. Talk about that.
Well, as I said, we plan and we coordinate together.
What are some notable activities that you would have?
Our biggest one coming up is the Christmas giveaway. That is the one everybody's excited for. We have our pantry. The pantry is where we give away grocery items to every one of our employees here. That pantry includes rice, flour, oil, beans, and we're even giving away ham slices. And to add on that, we have our mega Christmas raffles, where we raffle items like TVs, refrigerators, toasters, you name it, we're giving it away.
Oh my God. I don't believe it at this point. It sounds too good to be true, but that's amazing. I mean, talk about what it feels for you, Chastity, to be able to have a job like this. I mean, a lot of people describe sometimes showing up to work and just feeling like, man, it's another clock in 9 to 5 or what time to whatever time. But you get to really just create a sense of camaraderie here at Transparent BPO. What does that mean to you to be able to do that?
It feels amazing. I love being the one the agents look at and hey, what do we have next? What do you want to give away for us today? Even if it's just something small, if we do a little slush a day, they're excited. Sometimes I see they come in from work, they come down, and they look so sad, and I'm like, hey, we have free popcorn, and they come over. I love seeing their mood change and happy to engage. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. Now, I feel like this kind of ties in with what the HR person would hope. They want to know that staff members, they feel a sense of belonging at their workplace. I mean, your job isn't only to protect the company, but to also ensure that persons working for the company are happy to be there as well. Talk about how your worlds kind of intertwine in the individual jobs that you have.
Yeah, that is a very important question. I always say my role is to balance the needs of the company and the best interests of the employees. And so whatever policy I develop or whatever strategies we work with along with Chastity, it has to be in line with the overall vision of the company and the best interests of our employees as well. So it's a balancing game on my part.
Yeah. For you, I mean, I imagine, Elias, managing though so many people with probably so many needs, it must be really complex at certain points. That's 500 plus people. How do you go about ensuring that you are able to hear from all of these persons if they have a need or if they have a concern?
Yeah, it really comes down to the strategies we have in place to hear from our employees. Not only hearing from them, but allowing them to know that we've heard their concerns or their comments, and we value those concerns, and we do our best to address those for them. Even if sometimes the answer is a no, we let them know that you've been heard, we've looked into it, and this is what we can do or what we cannot do. But for me and my team, I have a staff of 6.
Okay.
To manage 1,400 employees, it is a task. But the team that I manage in the HR department, that is what they love. They love being there for employees. We love when an employee comes to HR and they have a concern or they have a situation they're dealing with, and HR can be that place that they can come to. We have an open door policy. They can come to us and talk about it, and we refer them to the right persons and find solutions for them.
Yeah. One of the things that we recognize is that in any workplace, you will have people who are high achievers, who they want to outperform what they did in the past. And I think this is a perfect place to showcase that. People who really want to strive to do better every single time and get rewarded for their performance as well. Are there any incentives or initiatives coming from HR or even your work that compensates that rewards these high achievers and high performers?
We actually have our Circle of Champions. That is where we celebrate our high-performing employees. We have a small ceremony, probably about 30 minutes long, and we just highlight them, thank them for all their hard work. We invite our vice president, our directors, and their leads to give them, a little thank you for everything that they've done. We are now giving them T-shirts. Our Circular Champions t-shirt, and we made it a little bit special for them as well. We had their leaders put a little quote at the back for them, something special that they want to leave for the agents. Yeah. And along with that, the employees who've been here 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, we also recognize them for their hard work. The pin that Michelle had, we give them 10-year pin along with a little gift box. In that gift box, we give the 10 years of varsity jacket, a plaque.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and some little earbuds. And the 5 years, we do give them cups, mouse pads, and their plaques as well, and they get a pin. We also give pin to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and going on, the little pin to hold on their ID strings.
That's beautiful.
And on my part, one of the things that I like with these high achievers is when we participate in our social responsibility strategies, we take them along with us as a part of the reward. I think besides performing well on their job, I think they feel a sense of responsibility, a sense of achievement as well when they go out in the community and do these initiatives with us.
What are some of the programs that you have been able to put together that you've really seen results come through as an HR manager, not only for employees here, but that other persons will benefit from when they do come here at Transparent BPO?
The counseling service, for one. I think that was one of our biggest achievements. Employees really benefit from this. And really, we don't know what they talk about with the counselor, what conversations they have, but we can see a difference. We can see a transformation with those employees that visit the counselor. The daycare, for example, that is one thing that HR was a part of, and I think employees really appreciate it. We're going to very soon be having a doctor on site as well. And so these are the things that, for me, are the highlights for this year.
That's amazing. So you have, I learned that the daycare service is free, the transportation service is free. Is the counseling service free?
It's free to the employees.
To the employees.
Yeah.
You keep on saying to the employees. Do you think that I'm going to go and try to source the counseling service? Because if you do, I might. I'm kidding. But how about the medical services? You said that you're planning to get a doctor on site. Is that also going to be free?
That's it's not going to be free, but because we have a very good insurance plan, the doctor is willing to work with us along with our provider, which is Sagicor. We've worked well with Sagicor to come with a very attractive plan for our employees, and they'll be able to use the insurance on site for themselves and for their families that are on the plan.
There's a particular initiative that I wanted to learn a bit more about, and that's the Hearts in Action. Can you tell us a bit more about what that is?
That is, for me, one of the things that I'm most proud of.
Okay.
The Hearts in Action is what we call our corporate social responsibility strategy. We developed this policy because we believe that it's not only about offering employment to our employees, but giving back to the community as well. And so we spoke about people being environmentally friendly. Actually, we're a paperless company. The only thing we print would be a job letter if it's needed, hard copy, or pay slips. Other than that, everything is electronic. So we're environmentally friendly as well. We think about specific needs in the community that we can meet. And so we developed this corporate responsibility strategy where we can fulfill those needs in the community and work along with some very key stakeholders to make this happen. And Hearts in Action is what we call the group that go out and do these activities.
So I want to come back to you, Chastity. I know that you are the woman behind all the fun activities taking place. What can we expect from you in the near future? I mean, we only have about a month and a half left in the year. I know Christmas is going to be a big deal. You spoke about the hamper program and, of course, Christmas celebrations. But do you have anything else that people can expect that currently work here?
We're trying to make the Circle of Champions ceremony a bit meaningful. Maybe we're trying to see if we can do it in person, if we can accommodate the work from home people, get them transportation to come here. And as well, we are working on a wall of fame, we should call it, to include the Circle of Champions member on that wall to celebrate them for all their achievements they did for that month. So yeah, those are the things we're working on right now.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me and speaking to me a bit more about what you both do individually here in providing, I think, a more enabling environment for employees to enjoy what they do here and to want to show up every single day. I think it's so important. There's definitely value in it. Every single thing that you do. I am so impressed by the counseling services that you spoke of. That is something that I think a lot of businesses should consider to take on as well. So thank you guys, and we're going to move things along. We'll take our final break, and when we come back, we want to bring it back to where we started. Transparent BPO has a lot of things going on here, but they also have space for people who are looking to start their journey in this career as well. So when we come back, we're going to go back to some of the faces that we started off with and find out how you can apply and if there's a place for you right here.
It's an massive season with massive deals and rewards at Penny's. From now through December 31st, earn double B-Bucks on store-wide purchasing every Saturday. That's right, 2 times the B-Bucks, which means 2 times the cash back when shopping at Benny's. Plus, get even more rewards with B-Bucks Builders on home goods, tiles, appliances, paints, and lights. And don't forget, there's also massive deals and discounts on tiles and the best brands in paints like Benjamin Moore and BH. Rewards, deals, B-Bucks. You can get it all this massive season only at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
Introducing BB Insurance, built for Belize. Your security, our priority.
Yes, so the thing with me is that I just like my freedom, and when it comes to things like that, I just don't like feel tied down.
You think I don't know, but like my granny said, every part have their cover.
Well, I could say, I just do the runs, but one thing I could tell you, you can't deny one good connection.
Why get tied down? With Smart Supercharged prepaid plans, you get all the postpaid perks you love, but with no contracts. Just pay up front for your talk, text, and data package and enjoy total freedom for up to 30 days and starting as low as $35. That's right, no commitments for less than $1.25 per day. Just simple, flexible plans that keep you connected your way. Because with Smart, you call the shots. Dial 7526 or star 100#. Use the Smart app or visit a Smart prepaid agent to supercharge your connectivity today. Smart, bringing people together.
Welcome back to Open Your Eyes. As we wrap up this morning's conversations, we begin, or I guess we close off where we began. There's so much that we can highlight based on this entire show so far. There are so many moments I had to stop and say, you guys really do that? Or I question, no, you really do that? And I think you guys are really setting an example for many other businesses, not even ones that are working in BPO, but across the board of the example of how they should treat their staff as well. Now, I know that we had you here in the start of the conversation or the start of the morning highlighting that there are opportunities available for persons who would like to join the team. And aside from the amenities, the cool rooms that are available, there's really a culture here that pours into staff members. And that, I think, is the resounding message here. Now, we see some banners up on display, and I'm learning based by what I'm seeing that there's even an incentive for people to refer others as well. Let's talk about that. Let's go back to referral and highlight some of those opportunities that exist for new people to come on, but even incentives for people here to bring on new people as well.
Well, I'm the referral guy. They always look for me as they come into the recruiting department. They always look for Jessmart. Where is Jessmart? I have people I want to refer. So the referral incentive is something that a lot of agents do look forward to because we're incentivizing them by bringing in their friends, their family members. Now, you look at the amount of money we're giving away, and it's a very good amount of money. It's $1,000 per referral, right? It goes on
Per referral, meaning
Correct.
per person that they bring
Correct.
on.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, I have people who refer 4 people. At the end of 4 months, they're getting $4,000 easy, just like that. So it's a really good program. We also have pre-incentives whereby just them getting hired, they get $25 gift certificate for Publix. So for every person hired, they get additional money. So we try to incentivize everyone as much as we can.
Now I see some payment structures in place there. They're saying for the first month you get $100, the second month you get $200, third month you get $300, and then the fourth month you get $400. So that $1,000 will be paid in installments, is what I'm understanding, of 4 months. Talk about, aside from the referral, how competitive it is here for people to want to use that as a type of motivation to even add more people to the population here.
I think that's a good way because right now not a lot of companies give out that type of money. $1,000 is a lot of money, and we do it in installments because like that you can, you know, tell your friend like stay with us for 4 months. So and then that person, that friend then goes and refers other people. So the referrals go on and on and on, you know, friends bringing in friends and friends bringing in friends. So it's very easy and it's very good. They get all the money.
So I like that. You mentioned stay on for 4 months, because if you just come on and get hired then leave, then you're wasting your time. You're wasting everyone's time. And so that provides us, I think, a chance for whoever comes on the team to really give it a fair chance as well, to really settle in and see if this is for them. And then if it's not, then they can move on. So for people who are now convinced that they have to stop in and see for themselves, what does that process look like? When are you open? I know that in this case, holidays are coming up. Do people try to apply even during the holidays? And are you guys available to have those conversations even then?
Well, we're here all year round. We operate the entire year. We're open from 8 in the morning until 5 o'clock in the evening, Monday to Friday. And you're available to come in at any time. You're welcome at any time. You come in, we ask you a few basic questions because there are certain criteria that you need to meet. You need to be flexible with certain hours. You need to be able to work on the weekends if that particular program is looking for weekend work. So there are certain questions that we ask you in the beginning, and then you go through the application process. There is an assessment that you take. So it's a process that you go through. But everyone is welcome to come in at any time. And you mentioned holidays. We do work on the holidays. And
that's probably the only downside I've heard so far. But when you measure that up to everything else, I mean,
but we do have incentives for you to work on the holidays as well.
Well, there you go. It cancels out again.
You know? So there are cash benefits to working on the holidays. So you have a lot of people who use it as a way to make additional money. You have some people who welcome working on the holidays.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So people are on the
put
grind.
me on the schedule for the holidays.
Yeah.
Put me on the schedule for the holidays.
What advice would you give to any aspiring applicants to increase their chances of success when even just applying here, and then of course working here?
Right. The language skills is very important. You need to be able to speak. You need to be able to carry a conversation. The conversational part of it is extremely important. I mean, I'm going to have you on the phone. I need to be able to engage with you back and forth in that conversation. You're going to be using a lot of computers. That's a key part of it. So knowledge of the computer, being able to navigate the computer. And the thing is, the way young people are now, I mean, I look at my kids and how they handle their tablets and stuff. The young people are very adept at using a computer and all that. So it's just having those kinds of skills gets you a wee bit far into the door, basically. You know?
Any advice from yourself, Ms. Greenwich?
I would say just come. People will come, like I sit with people every day and they will be like, I'm so nervous to come to Transparent BPO. Why? Because Transparent BPO is the BPO. Please don't be afraid. Come in, guys. We welcome you all. We want you to be comfortable, be confident. You know, there's a process. We guide you through the process step by step. We are there with you guys every step of the way, and we do our best to home you at Transparent BPO.
Now let's say we get on board now. It works out. You guys believe that I am a fit for Transparent BPO. What are the next few weeks going to look like for me?
Well, that's where the onboarding process takes place now. We determine that you are a fit for whatever program it is that we're looking for. You come on board and you start training. And that's the key part of it. We don't believe in just putting you there, get behind the desk and you're on your own. We're actually going to be with you step by step. For some programs, that training can be as long as 5 to 6 weeks.
Are people compensated during their trainings?
Right from the very beginning, you're compensated. The minute you walk in the door, that's where your compensation starts.
Wow.
So for that entire time that you're going through that training, you're compensated for that.
Yes,
Now, you wanted to contribute?
No, I agree. That's what Transparent is about.
Okay, so we spoke about what the process looks like if you decide you want to apply, and then of course what onboarding, as Vic said, the next few weeks in really fitting yourself into that program. Now, persons are convinced. I heard them through the TV. Is recruitment currently available at this time? Do we have specific dates that we're looking at? Any opportunities that people could try to take advantage of? And if they do so, what is that exact process?
We do have programs right now in Belize City. It's for the next 3 weeks actually. We are hiring up until the middle of December in Belize City. In Belmopan, it's going to be 1 week before that. So we're actually recruiting for up to the first week of December in Belmopan, up to the middle of December in Belize City. And we're looking for customer service people.
Okay, customer service. Right. When you decide to apply, do you express maybe, is there certain campaigns that is identified and shared with the person, and then you kind of say, you know, is this a fit for me or no, or how does that work? How is it determined what campaign a person goes into?
So basically what happens is you go through that interview. Once you've finished that entire part with the assessment and everything, and you've gotten through that part, then it's an interview with the recruiter.
Oh, let's go. All right.
So they do that interview with you to determine what kind of fit you are. Whether,
flexibility,
like
and
I
all
said,
that
like I
stuff.
mentioned earlier, that conversational.
What are some
skill
common questions that you'd ask, Ms. Greenidge?
Flexibility is one of the biggest things for us because
Okay.
the campaigns are, certain time frames. So flexibility is a major thing for us. So as long as we're interviewing you and then we ask the questions in regards to flexibility, are you able to work from this time frame to that time frame? Because, we don't want you to be stranded out there, and it's that we look out for everyone, And once you can do that and you meet the requirements for the specific campaign, you're on board.
Now,
We
if
got
I
you.
apply today, how soon can I expect a response?
Today.
Today.
That's right.
Guys, what are you waiting for? You could be working today. You might not be working today, but you could get a promissory note that you could be working today.
You get that offer letter the very same day.
Wow. All right. Well, as we wind down this conversation, it's been a pleasure for me to be here and learn a bit more about the culture of Transparent BPO, to understand, first off, how you guys have been able to last so long in this industry. I think there's many things that have contributed to that. Of course, having leadership that really care about its people and evolving along the way as well. I think that's also important, the
Very
evolution.
important. Very important.
The way that you have evolved with the times. People wanted different things 10 years ago.
Right.
And now 15 years later, we might need to even add more than what is here right now. So this might seem very unusual, the type of amenities that certain workplaces have, but I guarantee you guys you're setting the pace. You're setting a trend that many other businesses will be following. So as we wind down this conversation, let me get some last words from you guys on why you should join the Transparent team.
Well, honestly, it is like I mentioned in the beginning. It's a home away from home.
Yeah.
All of us, I can speak for all of us, I think, but we've been very happy to be with the family. It's been a joyous ride. A lot of us had great opportunities being here, seeing the evolution of Transparent BPO, sometimes in months. So it's amazing seeing the growth, and here the opportunities are endless.
Endless. Yeah.
Well, I guess you speak for everyone else. That has been the resounding message. Thank you guys so much for allowing us to stop in at your home and really meet some of the faces that have been leading the team here, and even some of the agents as well who have made Transparent their career of choice or their home of choice. I'm only excited about seeing what next happens. Hopefully I'm here 5 years from now and I'm able to stop in again and see what the updates have been.
Definitely.
You guys might have a pool by then.
Who knows? Well, but, I've already done 7 years here, so that would make me 12 years. So
yeah,
why not?
And it's completely possible. I think
Yeah.
it's only going to grow from here.
That's right.
Thank you
Nothing
guys
but great things
so
coming
much.
up.
Thank you
too. Thank you
and
for
I
being with
actually,
us.
we wanted to give you something from a part of Transparent BPO.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited to see what's inside.
So
oh my
this
goodness,
is
it's a
for
goodie
you.
box.
Yes.
Okay, I want to show you guys what's inside. Okay, so if I have been listening so keenly, this looks like maybe the 5-year reward box. I know it came with a cup. They did mention it came with a tumbler. I don't remember them saying a bottle, but I'm a very big fan of bottles. I'm about to pull this as soon as I get to work. Wow, there's, what is this?
It's a phone pocket for your credit card.
I'm about to put this on right now. A pop socket. Wow.
Yeah.
A key holder. A key.
It's an opener.
That's an
It's
opener.
an
as well.
opener.
Right.
There's a bag inside. There's a mouse pad. This is the 5-year box. It's a custom box, guys. You might get this when you come here, and a shirt. Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate this so very much. It has been my pleasure sitting down with you guys, learning a bit about what brought you here at Transparent. I understand now. I understand why people are here so long. I understand, why you guys have grown as well for in so many ways.
Yeah.
It makes complete sense, and I can't wait to see what the population size will probably be, 5 years from now or even a year from now.
A year from now.
2026. It sounds like it's going to be massive.
Well, I'm glad it opened your eyes.
Yeah, it for sure opened my eyes. Well, as we wind things down, it is still a regular day here on Open Your Eyes, and thank you so much for tuning in and paying close attention to everything that has been taking place here at Transparent BPO. It's a big year for them, and I imagine just as they celebrate 16 years, we can expect only more from them. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can send us an email at oie@channel5belize.com. You can also catch us on Facebook, that's Open Your Eyes BZ, as well as Instagram for behind-the-scenes contents, that's OIE Belize. You can even call us or text us on our OIE phone number, that's 675-2555. But please, do us a favor and join us again tomorrow when you open your eyes and start your morning right. Until then, be sure to keep your eyes, your mind, and your hearts wide open. Have a wonderful day, Belize. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Hello and welcome to Transparent BPO, the largest and most exciting call center in Belize. In this virtual tour, you'll get to know our amazing facilities and see why Transparent BPO is the perfect place to build your career. We have 2 key locations in Belize City at 3.5 miles on Philip Golson Highway and in Belmopan at 3025 Hummingbird Highway. Feeling hungry? We've got you covered with 3 spacious cafeterias, vending machines for quick snacks, and vendors serving delicious meals. Or grab a snack, pizza, or even ice cream at our very own public store. And when it's time to take a break, you can challenge your friends at ping pong, shoot some hoops, or just relax with your team. Our workspaces are designed for success with spacious call floors and personal lockers for every employee. Getting to work It's easy. We offer transportation from Orange Walk to Belize City, across Belize City, and Belmopan. We believe in celebrating our people with special activities through our engagement teams and bonuses for top achievers. So what are you waiting for? Join the Transparent BPO family and let's build your career together.